Oh, I can't wear your hat now.
Do you want my hat?
Yeah, because you've got a good hairline. Look at how handsome he is. Look at how handsome he is with me and mine. Yeah, I need it because I'm getting...
Yeah, no, it's yin and yang, yeah. That's really it.
Yeah, it's yin and yang. I've got to see my family, like I said, for like 13 years. Now, and yeah, when I first didn't see my mother, or my dad, my first few years, I was like, oh my god, this is so painful. I felt pain like literally in my head. It felt like, when you first take the leap, or when you first, get heartbroken or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because we're all raised since birth by comforted by family, we're all given, especially in USA. Like USA, the lifestyle is raised by, oh, you're amazing, get a gold medal for you, you're amazing, everyone's amazing, you're amazing, everyone's amazing. They're raised by that kind of mentality, and in Manchester it's different. But yeah, even with your family, it's kind of like, oh, I love you, my mum, I love you, my dad. And that is in the real world. And when you get heartbroken, you kind of think, oh, why is this girl or why is this guy heartbroken? Why did you break my heart? The world is supposed to be fair. But it isn't. The world is rules against you.
And that's also what I am experiencing right now. I always thought you have to travel, you have to go to another country. You are not well where you are. Yeah. But it's like, no, it's in yourself, no matter where you go, if you're not happy within yourself or satisfied within yourself, you can go to every place in the world. Yeah.
I mean, there's one quote that I always say. Obviously, everyone's a bit crazy. I'm crazy. Excuse my craziness, but the only place you ever really live is in your body. Everything else is just external nonsense. And if you don't take care of your body and your mind, then you won't be happy anymore. But if you do, if you push yourself every day, push through the limitations, keep your body clean, drink yerba mate, drink something that's alkalines your body, or have nature, look after your body, look after your mind, then you can survive and thrive anywhere. But obviously, if that's going to, anything worthwhile in life, that's going to take pain, it's going to take sacrifice. Even a few years of your body adapting after being raised in the comforts of eating, 3 meals a day, being loved, being cared. Oh, you're supposed to have this, you're supposed to have this at many hours sleep, you're supposed to have this food now, you're supposed to have this. The body adapts to, anything. And after years of generations of being soft, it's been passed through the bloodline. And now we're in a generation, the new generation's really soft of not being able to survive without TikTok and everything like that. But yeah, the first few years of me not seeing my family, spending Christmases alone, it's like, oh, why? The world isn't fair. I was raised by the Disney movies and everything, and that's how that's real life. But once you pass through that, you realise the freedom. You have a freedom that can't be explained. It can't be explained. You have a freedom, and you become numb to it, and you feel alive. I mean, now I feel kind of numb to everything. It's kind of bad and good, nothing affects you after a while, but yeah, you feel alive once you push yourself, and but the first few years, you feel, the first time you push yourself and realise the world's fake, you push yourself outside that matrix, outside the barrier of comfort, you feel more alive than you'll ever feel in your entire life. And but yeah, after you do that, and now I'm numb to it. Now I get in a flight and I don't feel anything. I'm kind of numb to it. I'm kind of worried. People put a gun at your face, like we said in the other video. I'm just kind of like, no, this is it. It
is what it is.
Yeah, but yeah, the first few years I had headaches. It felt like I only can describe it. It felt like a metal plate in my head with someone jarring it. I had really bad headaches. I felt it here, felt it on my body, aching. But that's pain. It's good for you. You need pain, you need distress.
So guys, as I told you, I'm here in Brazil, and basically we have no water because there is a huge problem. There was a huge drain, and they fucked up the whole system, so now no water is coming out, and also we cannot flush the toilet, so sometimes it feels like between a second and a third world country, which seems really crazy to me. And this guy, my friend, he is really strong in the mind. I mean, imagine this. He trains every day, like for 5 to 7 hours. He's like a character from the Matrix. And I don't know what to do. I am here traveling. I felt lost. I didn't know what to do. I went to Brazil. I joined him. He inspired me in the things that he's doing. I cannot tell you guys where my path in life is gonna be or which direction it will take. But what I found out during this trip it is that traveling won't solve your problems. If I feel bad in this place, I will not feel better just by chasing location, because I am always bringing myself. No matter where you go, there you are. You are yourself, you cannot change that. So I always thought like, oh shit, my environment sucks. And I didn't saw myself, my shortcomings. So I always wanted to travel, to escape, but there is no escape. And if it sucks, then this is life. It will suck. It's sometimes just shit. You don't like it, you are not comfortable with everything you do. I mean, I have to take the water here. And clean the toilet, you know, like this. And that's just honest. That's the honest content, and you cannot change that, you know. And this is crazy. What I think this is really strong. And this is why I think you are the character of the Matrix. Bro.
Yeah, I'm like Alexander Supertramp into the wild. That's my inspiration.
Yeah. For me, you're like from the Matrix.
Matrix.
Because I told the guys, you know, the location that I wanted to escape. I always thought like travel is the answer and stuff.
Yeah.
And like my life sucks. You know.
Yeah.
But now I find out. You cannot escape yourself.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, there you are. You know, like
exactly.
Always yourself.
Like it's not the environment. It's within.
Yes.
But I think because but I like to travel because it toughens you up. Because like you say, we have to change the toilet here.
Yeah.
I just had a shower in the rain, and but yeah, I'm much more happier as a person than I am when I have my own apartment in Manchester. I could just go down the road and get all the pizza. I can have a hot shower because you're not moving. You're not pushing yourself. And it's in our DNA and in our ancestors' DNA to be hunters and gatherers. You know, really. That's why Brazilians are so happy. Brazilians are so happy because they have this lifestyle. They have to push themselves a lot. Like you notice Brazil, they're all fighters. Like Anderson Silva, biggest fighters. Like even I met a girl in Ipanema. We went out on dates in Botafogo. We got robbed, you know, as usual. You know, that's the story in my other videos, I think. But she was telling me how she grew up and how she climbed trees to get coconuts and stuff like that. Where we were raised, you know, just riding motorbike cycles and playing video games and stuff like that. And it becomes subconscious in your
But we go outside, we show them.
Yeah, we show them. We go to show them the city centre. But yeah, I've been doing hundreds of pull-ups every day, and I've never been more ripped.
Look how ripped he looks.
I've never been more ripped in my entire life. Drinking yerba mate and looking after myself. But you see people like we saw your friend back in Switzerland and my friend back in Manchester. Yeah. How they're like the same age as us, but they look like they're 70 years older.
I showed you one guy, man. He looks like. Hey, I saw on Instagram one guy, he has the same age as me, 27. He looks like 45.
Yeah, I saw him.
You saw this?
Yeah,
this guy, hey. How can you look like this, man?
Yeah. But if you stay in Brazil, you're 27, but if you stay in Brazil, you'll look 10 years younger. You'll look like 20 years old by the time, within 3 months' time. But yeah. And because that's what they do, it's even I've just had my yerba mate like this, and I have my energy for the day, and then I'm all day moving. I can go all day, like in Rio de Janeiro, climbing mountains, fighting on the beach, and doing kickboxing on the beach and gym. And I never felt more alive. Obviously, the first time I came to Brazil, it's a culture shock if you're not used to it. You don't like it. You're uncomfortable. But I feel so happy now when I do like you saw. I do 300 pull-ups a day. Go to the beach, swim in the sea, and that's how we're supposed to be. One with nature. But through generations of indoctrination and governments trying to control us, and big pharma and other corporations just trying to get good money from us, it's made us sick, and it's been passed through generations.
But not only this, for example, like I really respect what you do, and I think you are really on the right side.
Yeah.
But I see you take sacrifices in some ways, in other ways,
Yeah, I do see sacrifices.
Like you sacrifice a lot, and to the point, for example, like, I don't know, man, I would rather go to work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
no, but you've got good money here. So when you go back to Switzerland, now you've seen this. You can think, oh, I can become a MMA fighter or something like that. Whereas I don't have the money or the money. But there's a kickboxing class here. If I had the money, I would go to kickboxing classes right now and become an MMA fighter. But yeah, I made sacrifices. But in my own time, I have time to do it on my own. But yeah, you've got a good head on your shoulders.
But you have more. I think you have a better head.
Yeah.
When I look at you, I think you are tougher, you're more resilient.
Well, I've been through more experiences. I'm older than you.
But anyway, and then I ask, but you are completely right. You know the matrix, you know the system, you know how everything is designed. You don't want to do that. And man, we just have to get you a cameraman. And and I think I will help you with that.
Yeah, we get a camera.
No matter what happens, I think I will help you.
I'm also scared of being, like you see those YouTubers and stuff like that, they're spoiled and stuff like that. I'm also, because I'm really happy. The past 2 months, I've never been more happy in my entire life. All I have is one bag, like 3 pairs of shirts, 2 pairs of trousers. So I think, okay, what can I do to make myself happy? I'll do 300 pull-ups today, I have to exercise, I have to work it. I've been the only volunteer here, I've been cleaning it, and I feel really happy. Much more happier than when I was in Manchester and I was eating pizza, I went to the gym, did the gym, that triangle, gym, work, home, or gym, work, party, gym, work, party.
Yeah, that sucks.
And that's the matrix that they want you to be in.
I know.
And I was miserable, may have looked happy, smiling face, but now I'm here.
But once I leave, to be honest, it is like, it is not like you escape this tyranny and you're like, oh, there I am in heaven.
Yeah.
You feel more lost than even before. You know? That's the thing, like.
But I mean, that's how I felt. But you do, once you break through that, you have to. Anything that's worthwhile in life, you have to break through the pain. Like me, when I first went to 2011, my first job working construction in Holland. I was thinking, why doesn't my family invite me to Christmas? Why doesn't my ex-girlfriend love me? And all this kind of nonsense, when there's 8 billion people in the world, why doesn't, the little square, that I was growing up in, why doesn't it love me?
Because today...
I had headaches, but physical pain, but now it's kind of, I have freedom, I feel so alive, nothing bothers me, I can be homeless, but I'm happy. I get to do this, I get to do that, and I get to meet more people, the less you have.
And your baseline is really low. Your baseline for happiness is really low.
Yeah.
Your dopamine, your system is not like firing all the time.
I need PlayStation, I need TikTok, I need...
But when you are growing up and you're living in the West, all the dopamine from the various places, various sources, it is fast food, it is parties, it is drugs, or whatever, and you're so fired up that you will not happy by anything, I can travel in any place in the world, I still feel lost, The last 2 days I felt, man, I'm so fucking spoiled. Right now I recognize why I'm so spoiled. First of all, I was born and raised in one of the richest countries in the world. They gave everything to me. They hand-feeded me, and everything, but it made you so weak.
But also, I'm crazy, by the way, so if you see me doing stretches, that's just me being crazy. I am crazy, I'm sorry for that, but I'm not sorry, but we all have good and bad sides. I have my own disadvantages, I know that, but you're really self-aware, and that's the most admirable quality, because once you're self-aware, you realise, oh, this guy knows, I don't need to, you know you're spoiled. Like you see what Brazilians here and South Americans, what they do to get happiness is, like you see them at the table this morning, they're all talking and laughing and happiness, and you feel so alive when you do that, even if it's just banter and stuff like that. But we're raised in Manchester, where it's kind of like nobody talks to anyone, nobody.
And I feel also like in the West, you only are happy through achievement.
Yeah.
But I see my own wire in myself that I am only happy to achievement.
Like here on New Year's Eve, I went out and I talked to everybody, and everyone's like so nice. You're Brazilians, like Latin Americans, you talk to everybody, even just about anything. Go all like, oh, tudo bem, oh, like, oh, muito chuva, isn't it? Even if you're talking about the rain, but you do it very animated. And like, oh yeah, see. But I think a lot of Americans, they think that if we're talking about dating and stuff like that, or connections, they think that what's it called? Yeah, when they meet a Brazilian girl, like see online all this propaganda about Brazilian girls, like I'm American, I met a Brazilian girl, oh she was so sexy, she was so nice to me, that means she's in love with me. They're like that with everybody. Like with everybody. And not just that, when a Brazilian in USA is completely different from a Brazilian in Brazil.
Yeah.
Because a Brazilian in USA appreciates the freedom, appreciates the convenience 10 times more than America.
And they are also not so dependent from other guys, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like for example, no matter, we don't have to wonder that people go to South America from Europe or USA and they see, oh wow, the dating is so easy and stuff.
Yeah,
because they have a huge advantage, you know?
Yeah.
Like they have huge leverage, whereas in the US they are more independent, the girls.
The one thing I learned about traveling is that the propaganda and the stereotype about every single country I've been to, the opposite is always true.
But it's not the girls that are better. It's the leverage that you have as a man, which is better in South America, but not the girls. The girls are the same in every place of the world.
Every place of the world.
Yeah, they just adapt to the circumstances, and nobody wants to get that.
I know, everybody has the same needs and desires, and it adapts to the world.
They say women from Europe, women from the US.
Yeah, those are the ones that haven't travelled.
But they say they suck, but they don't suck.
Yeah.
They just adapted. And now you have the disadvantage because you're a man and you're equal as them, whereas you have huge leverage in South America and Asia, you know?
You see all these naive people on Instagram stuff like that, they go, oh, you're from, even when I first travelled to Brazil, I wanted to come to Brazil for like, I was living in, I was working in construction in Holland. I had a Brazil book in how to learn Portuguese, and the guys I was working construction with, they went, oh, Brazil, the women are beautiful and gorgeous. And I've met a Brazilian before, and I'm like, no, they're no different. I say they're appreciative in America for freedom, much more than Americans are, because Americans are numb to it. Like when a Brazilian has, hot water, can get free food delivered to them and get electricity, not having to worry about the bills all the time. But here in Brazil, you're always worried. But when they appreciate freedom for the first time, it's kind of like they're glowing, they're much more. But in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, if you come to Rio, and you think, oh, a lot of Americans think, oh, I'm going to come to Rio, the girls are going to be crazy over me, I'm going to get all the girls. No, it's probably 10 times harder, for me anyway, 10 times harder for me to get a woman in Rio de Janeiro than USA. When I go to USA, they're easy to talk to.
No, but there is the thing, right? I think it's just they adapt to every environment they are, you know, and it's just simple.
We're all products of our environments, but the very rare ones you can meet are the ones that adapt the environment to them. Those are the ones that change the world. You know, like there's a quote that say, I don't want to be a product of my environment, I want my environment to be a product of me. And I want to adapt that lifestyle because, everyone can just be, this environment.
But I think it is vice versa.
Yeah.
Your thoughts create the environment as well, they shape them as well.
Yeah.
For example, right now,
and your energy as well.
Why is the West falling apart? The people are spoiled, the people are rich, they don't want to work. The youth has dopamine, I don't know, disaffection, you know what I want.
They're all following money, and money is usually always led by people in power, and people in power are always spoiled. So that's going to create a level. It's like
the weed dealer. When you take weed, when you go buy, if you have good connection to the dealer, you have good amount. But if you go to second, third, fourth person, it's shit.
Yeah.
They will scam you, you know.
Yeah. But are you going to save some? We're going to go out to the city.
Yeah. You want to go now? My metabolism will switch, man. I'm also barely eating food, man, here in Brazil. So we train, we go outside, we show you the raw Brazil, second, third world country. And if some people come into the picture, then it is what it is. I show you guys. Strong gringo. No, but he's really, I have massive respect for him. Because he tells the truth. He's real, you know. And what people in this day and age, they lack realness. And I have a lot of shortcomings, and the shortcomings that I have, they make me suffer really bad. For a lot of time, and I always give the blame to other things in life. And I never blame myself, but right now it's crazy, man. I'm gonna show you the real Itaim, Brazil. It's crazy, man. This is the raw of Brazil, and they have a huge dog, and the dog looks crazy. Let's see.
Always what?
Wow, shit, man.
He lives like you're not gonna. No, but the thing is,
He scares the shit out of me.
no, but the thing is, there's a supermarket you walk past here. I walk past it, and I always get bitten by the dog, and the guys just don't care. I'll show you. Here.
Two gringos, I hope we don't get robbed here.
No, you won't do. This is like the most safest part. But this is the real Brazil. I'm going to show you the non-touristy places. And into here. But yeah, I walk past these farms.
We like it, man.
I walk past the farms here every single night, and there's a dog that like barks at me and actually chases me down the street, and he's like this close to barking at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I say, what the fuck did you do to the guy? And the guy just don't care. He's like, oh, gringo, you know, this and that. They love it. Like now we've got out the GoPro, and people are giving us like bad looks.
It looks like the dog from DMX. Crazy, bro. You know, like if DMX the pitbull.
DMX.
Yeah, the rapper. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, this is the real Brazil that they don't show you. This is the real Janeiro.
This is not Sao Paulo, not Rio de Janeiro. This is really raw.
Yeah, and they don't. But it's actually really peaceful. They have a community here, really peaceful community where you get really bored. Like they have it down here. I do capoeira for free. We have free capoeira classes.
You know this game? Wow.
Oh, wow.
Really cool.
Oh yeah, I always wanted to play it.
No, but
yeah, I've been here for 2 months. I was only going to stay here for 2 days. I hated it when I first arrived because in Brazilian places like this, there's nothing to do here. But the people are really cool. Like you can talk to them about anything. But obviously, some of them are scared of gringos. They have like a bit of gringo fear.
Bro, I have Brazil fear. I don't have the gringo.
Well, yeah, they have. Because anywhere that's guarded, they have to guard the women. They have to guard, you know, everything. So yeah.
But this is the real shit. We're out here.
I don't really like town like this. It gets a bit paranoid, and you know, everybody talks to everybody. So if you're a gringo and you stand out, within a week you'll be known. You'll be like, "Oh, do you see the gringo down there? Yeah, be careful of them."
Are you known here?
But yeah, but like I said, like now we're outside of the hostel. I can actually tell you the truth about Brazil. Brazil is very cliquey. I mean, you see these YouTubers online and they say, oh, Brazil, everyone's so nice, the women are gorgeous, women are really open and stuff like that. It's like, no, everything is a front, everything's a, you know, the propaganda. The stereotypes about countries, the opposite is always, well, from traveling the world for the past 13 years, I've traveled over 60 different countries, the opposite is always true. Like Brazil is known for being like, oh, the women are so open and so, you know, no, but that's, you hear that from an American guy who's been approached by a Brazilian girl in the USA, and they're really warm and really kind and nice. But no, they're like that to everybody. They're like that to everybody. It's their default because they appreciate freedom for the first time when they go to USA. But here in Brazil, they're scared. I speak to a beautiful woman, and she's always got a boyfriend. She's always knows gangs protecting her.
She likes gangsters.
No, she doesn't like gangsters, but you might do. But they always have gangs, like especially a place like this, that are guarding her, and boyfriends and family. And even like in Curitiba, I have a Brazilian girl who's telling me to come back to Curitiba because she wants me to tie her up. But she, the first time I was like, oh,
yeah, bro, my family will watch this.
Oh, sorry, yeah. But yeah, no, she was like, it was just, she was saying scared, but she was still doing it in a conservative way. But that's the first time in Brazil that anyone's ever said that in 3 years. But usually it's very conservative. We have, it's like anything else in life. Anything that's worthwhile in life is guarded, you know, by foreigners, which is understandable because you see these spoiled Americans who get rich from YouTube or whatever, from playing video games. I get angry at that. I'm like, I wish I could play video games. I wish I could eat what I want.
They're pussies. Most of them are pussies.
Yeah.
You know, like, they wouldn't survive in your shoes for one day.
And I have that mentality. I hate them, and Brazil has that mentality that they hate them, and they don't understand. When they see me, my white skin, they think, oh, this guy's a spoiled American or something.
Hey, I will interrupt you there. In Brazil, because Brazil is a dangerous country, the last thing that you want is standing out. Yeah. When you are as white as this and looking like a gringo.
Yeah.
Oh, he has really big balls to do that.
I don't. I'm kind of I'm just like everybody else, you know. But like I love my alone time in Brazil. It's the first time when no one's like staring at me. Like you can walk into a store like this in Brazil. You can walk into a store like that, and everyone will stop and stare at you and come up to you and be like, ajuda, precisa ajuda, do you need help and stuff like that. Whereas in Europe, people just leave you alone. And after a while in Brazil, it's kind of stressful. That's why I have to drink yerba mate and coffee, because I have to be on the same energy level as them. Because coffee, Brazil is driven by coffee, you know, like gangs, and they drink like 8 coffees a day. That's the usual thing to do here. And they're so full of energy and pumped up. But like now I'm chewing on ginger, which is a natural herb, because it just kind of naturalizes me, cools me down. Again, it gives me the energy.
But this, for example, sorry, this is a global company.
Yeah, this is the first global.
You see by the way it is done.
Yeah.
Like it looks really nice.
But this is like down. But when we go to the city centre, that's the nice part. You have more intelligent, rich people.
I show you the nice part.
All right. Okay.
Should we continue filming or?
I'll just finish on the note. So yeah, people think that when you come to Brazil, but Brazil, very paranoid. I mean, a lot of places, like you approach a woman and you might be like, if you're talking about dating, if you approach a woman or a guy, but it's been taken over. It's very safe in Brazil to be gay, and I'm actually thinking of telling people I'm gay. Like I was at the, you know, because people think I do a lot of feminine movements. I start to do this, do that, and like they feel more warm about me because they think, oh, this guy isn't a threat. If you're male and you're straight in Brazil, you're a threat, and you're a threat to yourself also. Obviously, isn't as extreme as I'm making it out to be all the time. There are exceptions. You know, people are nice, but just, you know, when you're a straight guy, and you approach a girl, and she's like, looks like she's attractive, 9 times out of 10 she'll be guarded by something, either family, friends, religion. Whereas in Paraguay and Argentina, a lot of them don't live with their parents. A lot of them kind of rebel against their parents.
But hey, I find that a good thing, because it protects them from degeneracy. Yeah, and women can do a lot of degenerate shit if they are not protected.
Yeah, but they kind of can't think for themselves in Brazil. A lot of them are really conservative, and like they have a lot of. And we're not allowed to say this. Us gringos. Yeah, we're not allowed to say the truth. Us gringos in Brazil, you can't say anything bad about Brazil. Brazilians can talk bad about Brazil, but as soon as a gringo talks bad about Brazil,
last time I was in Rio, I was in Rio, and they demanded from me to pay for the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like lashing out and saying,
you've got to pay.
This sucks, you know.
I'm used to that.
But
in Europe you have to pay as well.
No. Usually you have to pay at some places, but not at all. And I don't know, man. I felt scammed, you know.
Yeah, you were, because they thought you.
And then I was like saying something against Brazil. Hey, the Brazilians, they gave me heat, a lot of heat. They wanted to fuck me.
Yeah, they don't back down. Like in Argentina or other places, I can snap and get angry, and people will see my angry Mancunian hooligan side come out of me, and which I can't be when I get angry. But that's just why I drink yerba mate and I drink coffee, because then you're on the same cool, happy energy level as them. So yeah, and then when you're on the same energy level, you're kind of happy.
You buy? Look, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I have the desire just only to smoke one. Do they sell one, or should I ask someone?
Yeah, ask someone where it does. Yeah. Você fuma pouco?
Como? Eu não falo muito. Desculpa.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, do you want to ask in here, smoking? Should we ask in here for the one cigarette?
Can you? Should I? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. See you guys. This is Brazil.
Okay, cool.
He will ask first.
Irmão, desculpa, você fala só português? Não, tudo bem. Você dona começou o vídeo para aí? Porque mora aqui 3 anos. Eu moro aqui em Rio de Janeiro 3 anos.
Deixa eu colocar aqui para traduzir.
Não, tudo bem, amigo. Não fala, tudo bem, fala português.
Caralho, tá mais especial, mano. Não quer chover? Caralho, você é louco, cara? Tá feio, mano. Caralho. Tá mais bonito que tá aí, sou eu, caralho.
São 50, amigo.
50? Eu não sei. How much?
50 cents. Not like 1 real.
Espera. Because this is the jiu-jitsu place. Krav Maga, Taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing. Maybe we can ask them if we make movies for them and go train there.
Yeah.
You know, they're all Brazil here. Yeah. So show me, take me out to eat something. I am hungry.
Yeah, I'll take you to. I'll get you my. I mean, you've already eaten acai. Acai is your favourite. What do you think of acai? Do you think it's good? Because that's my
Good.
food.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah, I usually get acai and get biscuits.
But I want to meat. Right now I feel like meat something.
Meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get you. I don't eat meat. I'm part veg, mostly vegetarian. But yeah, I mean, what I usually buy is like the pastels here. Absolutely gorgeous, but it's like dangerous. It's like you don't know what's going to be inside the pastel. Like they have a thing called coxina, which my mate.
Bro, I will have to change the battery. It's good. No.
Hey guys, welcome to Itaheim. This is like the real Brazil. This is what you don't see. This isn't Rio de Janeiro. This is Sao Paulo. This is the real Brazil. We're, at night time here, we're here New Year's Eve. Rebellion. I wish I did a video for Rebellion, but I couldn't because my phone is broken right now after getting robbed. So yeah, my phone's not working. But here, we had fireworks going off like right here, and the beach is swimming in the sea. And that's like most people in Westernized civilization, they just drink. But here, real Brazil, they swim in the sea, have the fireworks, and it was like paradise. It was like watching the fireworks reflect off the sea. And they have a thing in Brazil. I met a beautiful woman, and she was saying, she was jumping over the, she was with her mother, she was jumping over the waves, like really adorable, like. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, in Brazil, they have a tradition where 7 waves come in, like small waves, and they make a wish with each wave that comes in, like 7 times. So I was doing it with her. She said, oh no, that's what you do it with them, we're doing it together. And that's Brazil for you. They do that, they're really cool. You can do anything with them, you can talk to them and have fun with them. So yeah, but don't take it for advantage. Yeah, they're just naturally like that to everybody. Here they have fireworks, and they had beautiful people, beautiful women walking up and down here, and every single like 5 seconds I was like breaking my neck saying, oh, I want to talk to you, and we just talked, but had a great time. So yeah, and every single Saturday night and Sunday night there's always something going on here downtown. Beautiful women from Avenida Paulista, beautiful people just in general. We talk and have fun, talk about football, but obviously when we were talking just then about when you approach a woman who's beautiful and she has a boyfriend or something, they usually have this act, like I think I talked to a beautiful woman, and a boyfriend was standing right next to her, but I still had to approach her, but I usually approach the boyfriend first, because if I approach the girl, the guy gets even more angry, and they kind of put up an act. They, like in Europe, they would, the boyfriend would be like, try and be nice, try and talk your way, and try and guide your way, and try and be friends with you to guide your way. But in Brazil, the guy just kind of went like that. I was talking to him really nice, like, oh, you look like a good surfer. You look like he had like long hair and stuff. So I was like, oh, you look like a surfer. We have a surf house here. We would teach surfing, and he was just looking at me like, even though I was being like so polite, he was like, he had like You might have thought he had autism or something because he was acting that way, but I mean everyone has something wrong with them. Even me, yeah. We're all crazy in some way. But you're here at night time, beautiful people to talk to, like Itahames, they're not used to foreigners. Here, I've got two women, and they were like, oh, they wanted to take a picture with me, even on New Year's Eve, and they took a photo of me because I was doing I tried to do a video with them, but my phone is broken after getting robbed. My phone is really broken, my screen's broken, so we can't record anything, even though I tried to at the time. And they're like, oh, they take a picture with me, but don't say that. That doesn't mean, if that happened in USA, if they approached a guy, want to take a picture of you, the guys would think, oh, this girl's in love with me, she's in love with me. But no, that's just Brazil, everyone's like that. It's just their natural default. And even New Year's Eve, I had like girls saying, oh, look, take a picture with me, take a picture with me. We took a picture together. I talked to everybody, but I don't have any dates. That doesn't mean I have a date or anything, I have a girlfriend. It's just the way things are. Yeah, so yeah, that's just a warning. When you come to Brazil, you need to know that. That's the secret that no one, the people don't talk about. So yeah, we're here, they have the food here. Pitaya Açaí, just over the road here. Do you want to film this place, dude? The food? Here you go. And you have beautiful women there as well, just open all the time.